Okay, hello everybody, this is Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam and welcome to another episode. Now, a lot of things are going on right now. Bitcoin started to move up again, and before we take a look at the current wave, we have to take a look at Bitcoin's historical price movement because I want to show you two indicators that are very important for what will happen in the next hours and days. If you didn't watch my previous video, then I really recommend watching it because there I show you another important indicators because as I said so many times, a lot of YouTubers are talking about a lower low, filling the gap in the Bitcoin futures chart and things like that. And I'm saying that we won't see a new low. And if you want to understand why I'm saying this, then you should watch my previous videos. And before I get into it, I want to thank everybody for joining the Discord channel. I really recommend joining this channel because when you're new to the crypto space or to trading, then, well, you can lose your money. And there are a lot of people out there spreading many wrong information. And, well, I think this channel is a very good way to understand what is going on right now. We have a lot of people with knowledge, and yes, so I think the best thing you can do at the moment is to join that Discord channel. Now, this is the first wave in 2012, and I want you to focus on something. So where's my mouse? Ah, there it is. So yeah, what is important? Now, after the third test of the channel line, as you can see, we move up into the daily exponential ribbon. And when we are above this ribbon, this is the moment when we break the main trend line. So we need to be above this ribbon to break the main trend line. And this is also important. We move inside of this ribbon, then we are above it and break the main trend line. And after breaking this main trend line, as you can see, we come down, move inside of this ribbon, and then we have this drop. We are below this ribbon, and then we start to move inside of this ribbon to the next wave. So this is very important. Let's go to the next wave. So this is the second wave, and you can see again, we test the channel line for the third time. We are below this ribbon, then we move up, then we are inside of this ribbon, and when we are above the ribbon, this is when we break the main trend line, then we come back into it, and at some point, as you can see, we fall below it. All right, so once again, we can say this is a recurring similarity. Now, let's go to the third wave. And as you can see, testing the channel line for the third time and then moving up inside of this ribbon again. And when we are above it, we break the main trend line, and then we see the gains, and then we have that point where we fall below this ribbon again. So this is the fourth wave. If you don't know anything about the four wave theory, then I really recommend watching my previous videos. Well, the fourth wave is another situation because it leads us to the bear market, so we won't take a look at that. As I said, in every bull market we have four waves, two before the halving and two after the halving, and the fourth wave is the one that leads us to the bear market. Sorry that it is so slow, but I'm not using my computer. Okay, so this is the first wave of our last bull market, and what you can see is that after breaking or testing this channel line for the third time, we are moving inside of this ribbon, and then we move above it, we break our main trend line, and then we move up, and then there comes the point where we fall below it. And I can tell you what, I know exactly when we will see this point, so this fall, I know that exactly, and when I see that we are really moving up, I will tell you exactly when you have to or when I will sell my Bitcoins to make the most profit. And now the most important thing about it is in our last bull market, the altcoins played a bigger role. Now, I always said that when Bitcoin starts to consolidate before we see this 25 to 30% correction, the altcoins start to pump. And I found that exactly on that on the moment when we fall out of this channel. So because we have a rising channel, after the third test of the channel line, Bitcoin starts to move inside of a rising channel. I know exactly when we have to sell, or I think I know exactly when we have to sell, and I know exactly when the altcoins will start to pump. All right, because it will be at that point. My strategy is to wait when I see the sign that, all right, this is it, and now Bitcoin will start to fall, and then I will sell the Bitcoin, and then I will invest in some altcoins. I will make a new video about that, but I know exactly when all this will happen and when the best moment is to invest into the altcoins, or this is my strategy, and like I said, I will share everything with you. So when I see that we are starting to move up above this exponential ribbon, then I know we will break the main trend line, and then I will make a new video telling you when is the best moment to sell and to go into the altcoins. So this is the second wave, and once again, as you can see, we are below the ribbon, then we move up, and we break the main trend line. When we are above the ribbon, then we fall back down, and as you can see, again, the point where we fall below this ribbon. So very important, and as you can see, always recurring similarities. This is the four wave theory, and this is why I knew where the third low is in the current wave. So this is the next wave of the last bull market, and once again, as you can see, we fell below it. We tested the channel line for the third time, we moved up again, and then when we are above the ribbon, we break the main trend line, and we move out of this falling channel, and yeah, we move all the way up. And like I said, I know exactly when the last time, when we'll see the last time of or the highest point after the breakout. And as you can see, we fall out of this channel, and then again we are below the daily exponential ribbon, and then we move up to the fourth wave. Like I said, the fourth wave is interesting for us right now because it leads us to the bear market. So oh man, I have to look if there is another way to do it a little bit faster. Now, as you can see, this is the valley, one indicator, or very important indicator for me to say that now we are in a bull market, because as you can see, we jump over the edge, and now we came back. This is the current wave, and we came back to test this level again, as you can see, and we came back and tested it again, and now we're moving up. So this is what is happening right now. This is the live chart, and yeah, what is happening? I mean, in my last video, I was talking about the little falling wedge. So when we go to the 1 hourly chart, all right. So in my last video, I told you that no, where you are. So I told you this is the falling wedge. So this yellow line, or let me make it purple and a little bit brighter. So this is the falling wedge that I've been looking at, and I told you when we break this resistance line, then we will move up. This is very important for us. And now, So I take it away, and what is important now? So when we have a look at the chart, let me take away the ribbon. What happened now? Okay. So when we take a look at the whole chart, something that is very, very important is this big falling wedge. All right, this big falling wedge. And the last time we broke this resistance line, as you can see, we moved all the way up to the main trend line. Now, what is going on right now? Well, we broke this line. So let me zoom in a little bit. We broke this line after we broke the resistance line of that smaller falling wedge that I've showed you. We broke this line very strong. Now we broke this line, this very huge resistance line. In my previous videos I told you this green line or this purple line, this is such a big resistance line during this whole movement inside of that big channel that is between these two blue lines, and now we broke it. Very important. Now we broke this blue line, and I told you in my previous videos this is a line that was very important in our last bull market. So when Bitcoin is able to break this blue line, this is very bullish. And now we broke the green line or the purple line. We also broke the blue line upwards, and this is why I think that this is a very bullish sign right now. And when you take a look at what happened after breaking this purple line, we moved up, and then we saw this little consolidation move. Now, I mean, let's take a look at that. So this is so crazy interesting. So, I mean, when I make this line, all right, so I mean, you see this is, we have everywhere the same distance, and look where we find resistance on the same line where we found resistance up there. Okay, because someone asked what is important on the way up. So this is important, as you can see. Now when I make a new line, so as you can see, this is the next point where we fall down or where we see resistance. So all right, so again, parallel to this orange line. All right, and as you can see, there it was, resistance, support. So again, a very important line. And what I think will happen is we will see this little consolidation move for the next, I don't know, 3-4 hours or 2 hours, and then we will see, I think it's very likely to see something like this again, so a long green candle, and then we will find resistance on this line, and yeah, this will be somewhere around $10,500. That makes a lot of sense to me. And after that, we will move up again, and the next time we will find resistance will be on the main trend line. All right, so when we're at $10,500, we will move up to the main trend line and we find resistance. We come back down to this line, so again somewhere around $10,500 or $10,400, and then we will move up to break the main trend line. All right, because this makes a lot of sense to me to say what happened there is very likely to happen now again. And as you can see, we are seeing the first signs, and this blue line is playing or is support right now. So this is very important. And if you want to have a time window, all right, so when we take a look at that right here, so this is where we are right now. So breaking this huge resistance line. So when we do it like that, and then, man, why doesn't it work? And then we look, for the first time we test, oh no, let's say here, we tested this, our main trend line. So 19 hours, all right? So, and now we are at that point. All right, so I don't know if that will play out, but just to have a time window, I think in the next 19 hours, we will be at the main trend line again. And then we will find resistance. I think this is very likely to find resistance. Then we come back down to this level like we've seen there. All right. Coming up, coming down, finding support on it, and then we move up again. All right. So when we take the time again, and say that's where we start, and just to see when will we break it. So let's say here, then you can see 1 day 16 hours. All right, so it is possible to see Bitcoin break the main trend line in the next 2 days. Okay, so all right, so that's it. And I think these are the very important indicators right now that you have to take a look on. When you didn't invest now, all right, I have the feeling some of you are still waiting for a new low. You can do that, all right? There are a lot of theories out there saying we will fill the gap and Fibonacci retracement levels and things like that, all right? Oh, it's okay, maybe, but just think about the fact, what if you lose the chance to have a nice entry point? I mean, when you already missed that one, all right, I mean, look where we are right now. This was around $9,000. This is now around $10,000. So, I mean, $1,000 gone. I don't know if we come back again, maybe, I don't know. I can't say that for sure. When it plays out like we've seen up there, when it plays out like that, I mean, another reason why we could see a fast movement is this right there. Yeah, I mean, look at that. When we break this line, as you can see, very fast movement, very fast. Once again, very fast. All right, so I think really it is so likely to see the same kind of movement when we where we are right now. All right, because we broke this huge resistance line, and I talked about this head and shoulders formation that will play out at some point. The green line there, this is the neckline of that head and shoulders. So when we come up, when we break this neckline, when we break it, then this will play out. All right. Now, if you want to know which point we will reach, so when we take the height of it, of the head, and put it, I don't know, let's say somewhere like that, what you can see is $12,300. All right. This is possible. And so, yeah. That's it, guys. So you have to make your decision. I always said that, and I said that when we made this third test, I said, all right, guys, everything that I analyzed happened, that I predicted happened. I don't think we will see a new low. I mean, take a look at my previous videos. I'm saying forget a new low, and this is why we will move up and things like that. So yeah, I believe in that. And when I see this, oh, this is a strong indicator right now. So make a decision. And when you didn't invest right now, maybe you should think about investing 50% of the money you can afford to lose right now and wait to see if we move down again. You can do that. So you're in the game. And when you see us moving up, when you see us breaking this line, so this is around $10,100. When we break this one, we will be moving very fast to this one. Yeah, things like that. So you have to make your decision. Bitcoin is able to make $2,000 steps, so we could move all the way up to this main trend line very fast, much faster than 2 days. All right, this is no problem. In the last weeks, we've seen Bitcoin making $2,000 steps on 1 day. All right, so this could happen in the next 24 hours. So there's no guarantee for that. You have to take a look at the chart and look what happens in the next hours. It's also possible that we come down. I'm not saying we're not coming down. If we come down, I think we fall back into this falling wedge and then come down and test this level again like we did there. All right, so come down and test the $9,100 level again and then move up. So it's also very likely. Yeah, So you can do that. And last thing I will do is to take out a MACD. Where it is? Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, so very strong right now, moving all the way up. Yeah, looks good to me. Looks good to me. We have to wait and see what happens. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope this was helpful. I keep you updated when I see something's going on. I will tell you exactly when we have to sell, or when I will sell and things like that, and when I will invest into the altcoins. I think we are very close to the point where we leave this channel. And yeah, I think it is very unlikely to see a new low. Yeah, so yeah, for wave theory, I think everything is okay. Everything I said is playing out. The only thing that didn't play out is the 21 days inside of a channel. I think the reason why this didn't play out is because we came very close to our all-time high, $20,000. So I think this is the reason why this is taking now, or this last 35 days now. And yeah, but I think we are very close to that. So thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice day. I'll keep you updated, and thank you very much for everything you're doing for this channel. When you like the content, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, have a nice day.